Okay, so I just got back from the Trump movie, The Apprentice. Not many people went there, and I'm going to give my view of the movie, and I'm going to also give my view about Donald Trump, I suppose. Right off the bat, I'm going to say I don't even know who this movie is for because reading the reviews, you know right away that it's anti Trump. So any Trump supporter isn't going to go see the movie. So that's all 50% of the population outright right there. And then the other 50%, the people who are either indifferent or hate Trump, aren't going to want to watch a movie about Trump for 2 hours. They have other things that they're doing. So it's basically a movie for older like boomer centrists who are kind of like, oh, whoa, yeah, I see. And that's who was in the theater, and I knew it was going to be that when I went there. But I wanted to see it, and I just saw Joker 2 in the theater last week, so I've seen two movies. This theater wasn't as nice as the other one. I'm not going to get into that, but the other theater I went to see Joker 2 was nicer, but completely pointless to this video. I feel like the movie was kind of forced. I don't doubt the credibility, but it was really forced. Like, there was books written, there was personal accounts. I think they took a few liberties of making it into scenes, dramatizing it, like they do in any movie based on reality. I don't think it was a hit piece. Well, I do and I don't. I think it is meant to be a hit piece, and that's kind of where you could tell in the script they were really kind of driving it home that he was being a narcissist, and they were putting too much force on it because the story can tell itself. And I think that they were forcing lines to really kind of make it into like a political hit piece when it didn't need to be. If it was just honest and showed a few good things and a few human sides of him, and then just told the story, all the narcissism and all the Cohen stuff would have just came out organically. I think it was a little forced. I don't think it would change anyone's opinion on Trump. I think what it brought to front and center is kind of the election, really, and what kind of personality do you want in the White House. And I think that's obviously what they were going for. And I think Trump's campaign and just the way that he promotes himself through his narcissism, he's made it acceptable and people to feel okay with it, with them shooting to their dreams, even if their dreams are very selfish. And in part that is, I don't know if it's the American dream, or if it's a perverted version of the American dream, how much greed was in the founding fathers' account of the American dream. But a lot of people have identified with Trump, and movies like this feed that flame because they are kind of really trying to put him in an awkward spot and make him look bad. There was a scene in the movie where he raped his wife. I believe that that's been in 2 books, and his wife did confide in personal friends that it did happen. So there is truthful accounts that happened. I don't know if people are going to care about that, if they're going to deny it. Obviously, his ex-wife isn't alive anymore. You can't ask her. It seemed to be an honest account. The acting was okay. The guy that played Roy Cohn looked kind of like the guy. But anyone who knows the basics of Trump's life or can read a Wikipedia already know kind of what this is about, and it didn't really need a dramatization. So I'm not really sure who this is for, other than obviously the director and the writer didn't like Trump, and they wanted to have this on record. And a lot of authors, a lot of screenwriters do stuff like that. And I mean, I don't know if it was necessary. I don't like Trump as president. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about him as a person. He is entertaining. He's charismatic. The gold helicopters and the Home Alone 2 cameo, like before presidential Trump, like he was an enigma. He was kind of interesting. You didn't hear all the shady stories. And like even the shady stories before he was president, like you'd hear that he was like hanging out with mobs. Like that's when gangster rap was really big, and you'd be like, oh, that's cool. Trump's hanging out with mobsters. That's boss. That's baller. But now that he's running for president, you don't want somebody like that running for president. But then you also know that the Democrats and other Republicans, and they're all like that. Like politicians are all psychopaths. So if he's just open about being a psychopath as well, he's just being honest about it. So there is that to it. So I'm very conflicted about my opinion on Trump. Obviously watching him rape his wife is like, okay, well, he shouldn't be doing that. But I feel like the movie seemed accurate to his life. The acting was a little okay. The writing was forced. Very empty theater. It was a couple older couples, and then there was two younger guys that were in their 20s, and they left halfway through. They're like, fuck this. And as they should, because it was a pretty boring movie. As far as a movie goes, I would give it 4 out of 10. It's really not even worth talking about, but I did this video anyways because I want to fucking talk about it. And hopefully someone will care about the review. But I don't think anyone's even going to review this. I think it's going to be such a box office bomb. And like I said in the beginning of this video, I don't see who it's for, because anyone who likes Trump, which is half the population, isn't going to go. And then half the population that doesn't like Trump isn't going to go. So if 100% of the population isn't going to go, and just this little sliver of like not literally it's going to be 100%, but like that little sliver of 2% in the middle somewhere is going to go, it's like, well, this is not going to be a successful movie. But anyways, peace out.